It was designed by some intelligence, and we are not prepared for such a visit. And perhaps the wake-up call from 3i Atlas, this object, will alert us to be more aware of the potential risk.
A warning has just echoed out of the cosmic darkness, delivered not by any spacecraft, but by the third interstellar object itself. 3i Atlas is erupting with colossal plumes of water, blasting into the void with a force so extreme that it has jolted the scientific community awake as if from a deep sleep. The cautionary words of Harvard astrophysicist Professor Avi Loeb now seem almost prophetic. No natural comet has ever displayed activity of this magnitude. Even NASA's own experts admit they have never witnessed anything remotely like it. At first, no one believed the strange signals. When hydroxyl emission spikes suddenly appeared on the Swift ultraviolet telescope of NASA, clear indicators of water being broken apart, analysts immediately assumed it was just a technical glitch. Some even stepped away from the monitor to look for the engineering team, because no one could imagine that an object more than 3.5 astronomical units from the Sun could start releasing water. That distance is simply too far for sunlight to awaken any dormant comet. Out there, in the deep cold, ice should remain frozen solid, far beyond the reach of solar heating. But the warning lights kept flashing, steady, intense, impossible to dismiss. The instruments were checked again and again, and every system reported normal operation. There was no malfunction to blame. With no excuses left, researchers were forced to confront the truth. The data was real, and if the data were real, then 3i Atlas was doing something no natural comet at that distance has ever been observed doing. It was venting water, releasing jets of gas and vapor through a mechanism completely unknown to cometary physics. From that moment on, scientists understood that something unnatural was happening, and whatever it was slowly, inexorably moving closer to humanity. If you don't want to miss any updates on these surprising discoveries, make sure to subscribe. We'll continue bringing you fascinating stories and unexpected wonders from the vast universe beyond. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and leave a comment about what you'd like to see in our next videos. You see, not only is it releasing water, but Atlas is doing so like a high-pressure fire hydrant in space. The ejection rate is estimated at around 40 kilograms of water per second, an enormous figure compared to anything recorded from natural comets over decades of observation. The intense water outflow of 3i Atlas is unusual and remarkable, far exceeding previous estimates when water accounted for only 4% of the ejected material. Instead of slow sublimation from the surface, water is released rapidly and in fixed directions, suggesting an internal structure that is fundamentally different from typical comets. The jets stretch across the void, luminous against the darkness, as if announcing the arrival of something entirely unprecedented. Every second, it propels vast quantities of material into space, a display that challenges everything we thought we knew about cometary behavior. Indeed, this defies the natural order, almost as if it is planting seeds of ideas that stretch far beyond humanity's comfort zone. It's as if some hidden switch has been flipped, opening all barriers at once to unleash matter into the void. Meanwhile, a team of scientists from Auburn University, led by postdoctoral researcher Zexi Xing, has reported findings that align with the extraordinary behavior of their study suggests that the water detected may originate from tiny icy dust particles ejected from the comet's nucleus. These particles, once released, absorb sunlight and sublimate, releasing water vapor far from the sun at distances where conventional cometary physics would predict almost no activity. Every interstellar comet so far has been a surprise. Oumuamua was dry, Borisov was rich in carbon monoxide, and now Atlas is giving up water at a distance where we didn't expect it. Each one is rewriting what we thought we knew about how planets and comets form around stars, Xing remarked during a press conference, emphasizing the unprecedented nature of this observation. The discovery of water at such a remote distance is not just unusual, it challenges the very theoretical frameworks scientists have relied upon for decades. It provides a rare opportunity to compare the behavior and composition of comets both inside and beyond our solar system, offering clues about physical mechanisms operating in distant, mysterious regions of the galaxy. In essence, Atlas is forcing astronomers to rethink assumptions, pushing the boundaries of what we know about interstellar objects and the processes that shape them, or more interestingly, physical mechanisms from a mysterious intelligence located in a distant galaxy. This remarkable level of activity hints that 3I Atlas may operate under principles or structures far beyond our understanding. Researchers estimate that at least 8% of 3I Atlas' surface is actively spewing material, nearly twice the 3 to 5% typically seen in ordinary comets. What's more, according to the mechanism mentioned earlier, this essentially represents a two-step outgassing process, an extremely rare phenomenon. The tiny icy particles it releases have a surface area far greater than their volume. This allows even the faintest sunlight to trigger sublimation, producing colossal streams of water vapor that shoot into the void. Some scientists even suggest that this interstellar visitor might operate like a self-regulating engine, not merely a passive comet reacting to sunlight. In other words, it seems almost alive, perfectly designed to control its outflows independently, as if it doesn't need the sun to awaken it.
We sent the equipment out of the solar system, and maybe there was another civilization that did that a long time ago, because after all, Elon Musk may not be the most accomplished space entrepreneur since the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago.
With every discovery, 3I Atlas challenges our understanding of comets, hinting at mechanisms and structures that push the boundary between natural phenomena and something far stranger. This discovery reshapes our perspective on how the essential ingredients for life might traverse the galaxy. Interstellar visitors like 3I Atlas could function as natural cosmic couriers, ferrying not only water but also complex organic molecules across vast distances, potentially seeding planetary systems far from their origin. Such objects hint at a dynamic, interconnected galaxy where the raw materials for life may circulate more widely than previously imagined. Such internal complexity might also account for unexpected phenomena, like uneven surface activity or sudden bursts of ejection, hinting at processes operating on scales and in ways that have never been documented in solar system comets. This opens up entirely new avenues for studying the formation and evolution of interstellar bodies. Yes, water is one of the fundamental ingredients in planetary systems and comets. Its detection in 3I Atlas confirms that this visitor carries the kind of raw material capable of forming planets, along with the chemical complexity expected from a true cometary body. This also means that Atlas is not simply a barren fragment drifting through space. It is a piece of cosmic history carrying signatures of the environment it was born in. Water is often the first indicator scientists look for when assessing whether an object holds deeper chemical richness. Its presence here forces researchers to reconsider long-held assumptions about how interstellar objects preserve and transport primordial matter across unimaginable distances. And in the end, before it completes its brief passage through our solar system, we must remember, if 3I Atlas appears strange or inconsistent with what we know, it is partly because this is only the third time humanity has ever encountered an object from beyond our stellar neighborhood. There are bound to be things that feel alien, because they are. And now, that strangeness has come right to our doorstep. Each interstellar object is like an ambassador from a realm shaped by different stars, different temperatures, and different histories of radiation exposure. We cannot expect them to conform to the patterns seen in our local comets because their evolutionary paths have been fundamentally different. This perspective helps explain why every new observation seems to introduce another contradiction and why ATLAS has become such a compelling mystery. The strong water emissions it releases suggest that this object is not composed merely of inert cosmic dust, but carries volatile compounds and primordial molecules, the very materials that once seeded worlds elsewhere in the galaxy. This reinforces the idea that 3I Atlas may preserve a layered interior, where ices, minerals, and organic compounds are arranged in unfamiliar ways, unlike the comets long studied inside our solar system. Such layering could reflect cycles of heating, cooling, and bombardment that occurred in an environment unlike anything in our planetary neighborhood. Different layers might activate at different times, producing irregular behavior that observers initially mistake for instrument error. This patchwork interior effectively turns Atlas into a geological archive, storing records of chemical processes that unfolded light years away. There is an undeniable truth. The extraordinary behavior of 3I Atlas implies that its internal architecture may be far more intricate than expected. It might contain webs of hollow chambers, reservoirs of volatile gases, or strata with unusual physical properties that shape how heat and material circulate within it. Such complexity could explain sudden flares of activity or the erratic release of jets that do not conform to typical comet dynamics. If true, this would make Atlas a dynamically active object rather than a passive block of ice responding only to sunlight. Internal pathways could channel pressure in unpredictable directions, creating jets that behave almost as if they were coordinated. These features might even hint at a long evolutionary journey through multiple star systems, each environment leaving its own imprint on the comet's interior. Another possibility raised by scientists is that Atlas may be wrapped in an exceptionally thick outer shell, one sculpted and altered over billions of years by cosmic radiation. This hardened exterior could dramatically influence the way its buried ices melt and escape, acting like a pressure chamber that releases material only through specific weak points. It is as if the comet carries a long history etched into its surface, a memory of countless encounters with harsh interstellar environments. This shell may have become chemically altered, forming exotic compounds that rarely appear on ordinary comets. Its rigidity could also explain why Atlas resists fragmentation despite powerful outgassing events. In essence, the surface behaves like an ancient armor plate, forged by time and radiation, guarding an interior still capable of dramatic activity. If this interpretation is correct, then 3I Atlas is not merely a messenger from another star system. It is a time capsule from an era and place we have never witnessed, offering a rare glimpse into the chemistry and structure of worlds born in distant regions of the galaxy. Such objects remind us that the universe is far more diverse than the narrow slice we observe from our own system. Atlas may contain substances or physical arrangements that never formed or no longer exist inside our solar neighborhood. Its presence invites us to reconsider what interstellar bodies truly are. Not strangers, but teachers carrying ancient knowledge from the wider cosmos. The object's behavior, like a ruptured fire hydrant erupting in the darkness, may not be what our current scientific framework predicted. Yet, it offers us a rare opportunity to confront perspectives we've long hoped to explore. What matters now is that our existing models must be updated as quickly as possible if we want to keep pace with what we're witnessing. 3. iAtlas may not provide the answers we seek, not yet, but it forces us to ask sharper questions and to build stronger hypotheses. Only then can we assemble a clearer, more complete picture of the phenomena we have observed, are observing, and will witness in the near future. And we'll talk more about those pieces in future videos. See you!